a comfortable place for you to begin. And if you'd like to just kind of let yourself arrive and relax here for a moment, you can do so, of course. And if at any point in time you would like to adjust your body or anything like that, please feel free to. Go ahead and just take a few moments to ground in. Again, if you'd like to elevate your legs, lower body, or whatever position you begin in, just give yourself a chance to let your body relax and your whole being arrive. Begin with a nice deep inhale. Fill your lungs all the way full. And as you exhale, of course, let your breath completely release out. Start by gently lengthening your exhale breath. Feel free as you exhale to also exhale through your mouth. Even take a moment or two to relax your jaw. You might move your jaw around a little bit or move the tongue around a little bit. Whatever helps you to relax. Remember, longer exhale will interface you with a part of your being that helps with letting go and releasing. Of course, you can add in from the mental body anything that you're wanting to let go of or release as well. Whether it's something you're aware of letting go, or something that may be out of your awareness. Lengthening exhale and engaging with apana will help this process. This way we get a little bit of space from whatever is most predominant or anything that is kind of collecting, possibly blocking. I think it's a lot of times the essential piece before we open up again. So you can begin now to keep your exhales very long, but start to build your inhales. Maybe even at the top of your inhale, adding a little pause. The bottom of your exhale and adding a little pause. And in the pause of your breath, if you will, also take a moment to pause the mind. So not only energetically you're creating a little bit of space from whatever's most predominant, but mentally also creating a bit of space. As you pause the mind, give yourself the chance just to gaze into the space of the mind. So Chitakasha, this space of the mind inside the forehead up to 6 inches in front of the forehead. Think of a lot of times as this place that allows us to receive the messages and wisdom from the inner teacher, the layer of wisdom, Vijnanamaya Kosha, the higher self, if you will. So anything you're looking to align with in some way or call into your life or receive, just allow to come into this space through image or thought, maybe feeling. It might be clear enough that it's organized in a few words or a simple sentence, and it might not be. It's okay. Take 3 more breaths here. Again, just a pause at the top of your inhale, the bottom of your exhale. As you pause again, the breath at both the top and the bottom, just kind of see if anything becomes more clear in the space of the mind. No judgment if it doesn't. Gradually then begin to move your fingers and your toes. Run the thumb along the tip of the fingers, wiggle your toes around a little bit. And then start to bring movements into the wrists and the ankles. Rotate the wrists around a little bit, move the ankles around. Eventually reach your arms up and over your head. As you exhale, just let your arms relax. Take another inhale and lengthen out of your waist. As you exhale, bring your hands to the third eye center. And then a moment to dedicate the mind to this higher layer. The teachings speak of 4 parts of the mind. And this part of the mind, the buddhi, is the part where wisdom can flow in. In many ways, our practice is helping us to sharpen this part of the mind and to gain some distance and space from the mind that reacts or is connected to memory or is rooted in ego. So those 3 parts of the mind we kind of allow to relax away as we awaken the buddhi. So through your intention, see your sense it here. Take a deep inhale breath again. Maybe a little pause at the top. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And now a moment to remember the bigger picture of practice, to remember the interconnectedness of all things. And a chance here to not only awaken this space to those forces that help us unfold in those most positive way, but also forces that help us to expand and grow. Place here to dedicate the practice and to send our heart light. To anyone that you hold at your heart, anyone your heart goes out to, see or sense them here. And then take a nice deep breath in again. We'll pause at the top, and as you exhale, release your hands now down to the legs. Just kind of place the hands to the top of the hip joint here. Feel free to rotate your hands around a little bit, or simply let the weight of your hands rest on your pelvis. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, gently release. Bend your knees one at a time, and eventually bring them all the way into the chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze here. You can move that into some rocking side to side with your knees, or you might rotate around in a circle a couple times one way and then the other way. Then take an inhale and exhale, hug the knees back in, and we'll extend the right leg now straight up to the sky and set your left foot onto the floor.
Bring your hands around the back of the right hamstring and start by rotating your right foot around in a circle. Spread your toes and kind of squeeze them in as you rotate your foot around. Then take an inhale and kick up through your heel on your next breath in. And on your exhale, point your toes to the sky. Do that again. Inhale, flex the foot, kick through your heel. Exhale and point your toes. One more time like that on your inhale, flex the foot, and exhale, point your toes. Then flex your foot and hold here, or feel free to slide your hands up towards your ankle. Start to stretch into the back of the hamstring a little deeper. So certainly not necessary, right, to draw the leg over the torso, but if it's available for you, it feels all right. Mostly the point is to just explore where their limit is. Without judgment or criticism or expectation of where that is, just let yourself notice and feel through the body. Take another inhale and another exhale. Then release your leg, bend your right knee, and set your ankle to the top of your left thigh. And just hold it there for a moment. If you like, you can place your right hand to the right thigh and gently press your right leg away. Flex your right foot, take an inhale and exhale. And gently release, and we'll switch sides. So right foot onto the ground, extend your left leg towards the ceiling. Take your hands around the back of the left hamstring and start just by rotating left foot in a circle. A few times one way, of course, and then go the other way. And inhale, we'll kick through the heels, spread the toes, nice and wide. Exhale, point your toes to the sky. Do that again. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, point. One more time like that. Inhale to flex, and exhale, point. Then flex your foot and hold here. Just kind of explore how far feels okay for your hands to go up towards your ankle. Your back still flat to the floor, let your shoulders relax back and down. Just stay here for a few more breaths. Spine long along the earth. Breath steady. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then gently release, bend your knee and take the ankle to the top of the right thigh. And just pause there for a moment. Your left hand to your left leg, just gently pressing away. And if there's not a lot of sensation there, that's okay. Not everything that's effective will have a mass amount of sensation to it. Just the work is to notice what's there, right? Take another breath in, another breath out. And gently release, set your foot onto the floor and take a moment. Walk the feet as wide as your mat and knock your knees together. Then place your hands onto your lower abdomen. Breathe in and breathe out here. Yeah, if you need to move any props out of the way, please feel free to do so. Feel the breath deep in the body on your inhale. Of course, let it all go as you exhale and relax the jaw, soften the neck. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. And we'll bring the knees back into the chest. And as you exhale, roll to the right or the left. Just rest for a moment. Your upper arm like a little pillow for your head. The hand to the earth in front of the heart. Just breathe in and out. Take another inhale. As you exhale, press the floor away and come up to seated position. You can shift the props out of the way now if they're still out in front of you. We'll just cross the ankles and place the hands to the tops of the knees. And sit up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Remember, you can always support underneath the back of the hips with your blanket or your bolster if you like. Take the hands to your knees, palms face up or down. You can draw the thumb and first finger together. And then as your eyes gently close, just trace your awareness up and down the length of your spine a few times. Notice not only your connection to the earth, but how that provides length through the crown of your head and an opening and awakening towards the heavens above. Let your shoulders relax back and down and gently draw your navel toward the back body. Take another inhale to reach nice and tall, and as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Keep your collarbones broad as you move your head now from side to side. Tracing the collarbone with your chin. Breathe in and out. Take another inhale and another exhale. Move an ear to a shoulder. Whichever side you want to go to first, just pause there. Let the weight of your head gently stretch the side of the neck. And feel free now to move your head a little bit forward and back. You may turn the chin open towards the sky or drop down towards the chest. Whatever movement is available, kind of again exploring limits and boundaries in the body gently and sweetly. Then take an inhale and exhale, drop the head back and the throat open. You can move the head from side to side here, lift the chest up towards the sky as you open the front of the throat. Breathe in and out. Take another inhale and exhale, drop the opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Same thing here, moving around a little bit, forward and back, drop the chin down or up towards the sky. Take another inhale and now exhale, we'll rotate the head around in a full circle. Move nice and slow. So I want to notice where the limits of the body are, maybe even where the limits of the breath are. And work within them, but also work to gently expand them. Take the head to rotate the opposite direction now. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Come back up to center and just lengthen through the crown of your head. Another inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands together at the center of the heart. Let's just connect back into the intention in the mind, the prayer at the heart, and open our practice with 3 rounds of Om. First, take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Inhale for Om. As you exhale, bow the chin to the chest and then gently allow your eyes to open. We're going to stay seated a little bit longer and I'll have you just change the cross of your legs. So your opposite shin is in front. From here, lift the right arm to the ceiling on your inhale. Exhale, slide left hand out from the hip as you reach the right arm up and overhead. Just take a moment to rotate the right wrist around in a circle a few times one way. And go the other way. Let your left elbow bend and your shoulder relax. And then reach out through the right side on your inhale and exhale. Ground down through your outer right hip and stay one more breath in. One more breath out. And we'll turn open towards the sky. Spin the arm back behind you, all the way around to the front of the left knee. Inhale, come up to seated. Take your left hand behind you and exhale a gentle twist. Look over the back shoulder. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale, pull the navel in. Stay for just one more breath in and one more breath out. Come back to center, both hands to your knees. Exhale and pause. We'll take the left arm to the sky as you breathe in. Slide the right hand out from the hip on your exhale. Bend your right elbow. Relax your right shoulder. And start just by rotating the left wrist around in a circle one way and then the other. And hold, lengthen out of the left side, root down through your hip as you relax again the right side of the arm. Move the head back and the throat open a little. One more inhale, one more exhale. Turn the heart open to the sky, sweep the arm around behind the back, all the way forward to the front of the right knee. Inhale up to seated, take the right hand behind you, exhale, look over your back shoulder and twist. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, draw the navel in as you look back. And one more breath in here. One more deep exhale. Back to center on your inhale, exhale, and pause. Now have you unwind your legs now and extend them straight out to the sides, as wide as feels comfortable right now. Okay, remember, if it's helpful to sit up on a blanket or your bolster, please do so. You can grab your blocks and have them just right out in front of you. This might help to lift open the front of the chest. You can set them to whatever height helps keep your spine nice and tall. And then give a gentle flex through your feet, maybe even a little bend through your knees. Pull the navel in and lengthen up through the crown, and then as you exhale, just ever so sweetly start to fold forward. Not necessarily with coming to the ground as the goal, but just finding a little stretch for the inner thighs and the groins, down through the insides of the legs. Not only are we extending out through the soles of the feet, but also drawing in towards the pelvis and up through the crown. So while we hang out here, if you want, can kind of find that flow of energy through the body. In through the soles of the feet to the pelvis and up through the crown, and then down from the crown out through the soles of the feet. You could just go up and down the insides of the legs. You could just go up and down the spine. So let yourself and let really energy kind of unfold for you with this. Rather than it having to be a certain way or follow a particular pattern or anything like that, just notice where your awareness is with it all. And notice if even the limits of awareness can start to expand as you hang out and breathe. Keep the mind focused on Chitta and your intention there. And if as you hang out, the limits expand in your physical body and you want to adjust, please feel free to do so. We've got about 5 more breaths here. So just know, of course, we won't be here forever. Allowing what is to unfold in its own time and in its own way. Maybe even for these last few moments, entertaining a pause at the top of inhale and bottom of exhale. Keeping in mind how you can also pause the mind. So let's do one more big breath in. Lift the heart a little bit. One more breath out as you fold. Gently walk back up onto your sitting bones, inhale and exhale. Now I have you bend your knees. We're going to kind of shift over onto the right hip. And bend the right knee and bend the left knee, and then make everything come into 90-degree angle. Really your ankle, your knee, and your hip. So you may need to scoot your feet so that your ankles especially are underneath the knees or in line with the knees. And then hands come around either side of your right knee or thigh, so your torso is faced over the leg. Take an inhale, lift the heart, and as you exhale, gently fold forward. Your chest drops down over your right thigh. And inhale, you'll come up and away. There's a little twist here, so as you exhale, you can pull the navel and twist, and then fold forward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, come up a little bit. Exhale, pull the navel in, twist, and fold. And now we'll stay here. You can walk your hands out, maybe bring your elbows to the floor, or your blocks are here. That you can also use for underneath your forearms. Just take a moment to kind of feel the subtlety of the posture. I know when I feel into that for myself, there's a little bit of a lift on my inhale as I get some space, and then exhale, I can twist a little deeper and fold. Not necessarily because the depth of twist is what we're looking for, but again, as those limits start to expand, I can start to guide myself into places that might not have been available at first. Think of the sides of the body growing nice and long, from your hips to your ribs grow a little bit longer. As you exhale, pull the navel in, let your upper body relax over your thigh toward the floor. Notice even the constriction or the breath as it moves into the right side of the body and interfaces with like your thigh, right? Your torso kind of presses into the thigh. A little purifying for your breath or shift of the breath here. Take another inhale and another exhale. Last one here, take another breath in and another breath out. Just relaxing any tension that might have come in. As you breathe in next, gently walk yourself back up to this little seated position. We'll point the knees up towards the sky. Place your hands back behind you. And before we move to the other side, we're just going to sway the knees from right to left. You can, of course, go as far over to one side as you would like. Breathe in and out. And the next time the legs go over to the left, we'll hang out there, right? So first and foremost, check in with your alignment, 90 to 90, knees and ankles, ankles to hips. Bring your hands around to either side of your left knee so the torso faces over the thigh. Take an inhale to lengthen and exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, lift up a little bit. Lengthen out of the waist, exhale, a little twist as you fold forward. We'll do that one more time on your inhale. Exhale, twist, and fold. And then again, elbows to the earth or your blocks are there. And start to tap into the subtlety of the posture on this side. Maybe creating a little bit of space on your inhale so you can twist a little deeper as you exhale and imagine kind of wringing out. So here's another way we can interface with letting go. Is the way that twist helps to purify, to detoxify, to release. Remember that act of letting go, really an opportunity for us to then allow in a little bit more. All the while, the mind steady, able to observe with objectivity, without judgment. A few more breaths here. In fact, let's do 3 more breaths.
there's any tension that's crept in or any stress that arrives, so if you can release that with each exhale and stay for just 2 more breaths here. As you notice your body breathing next, come back up onto your hands. Exhale, we'll shift onto the sitting bones, the hands behind you as your knees point out towards the sky. And then once again, just wave the knees from side to side. Lift your heart up a little bit as you roll the shoulders onto your back. And take one more inhale, one more exhale. And then come back to center and bring the soles of the feet together. Grab one block and place it between your feet. You can either go like kind of the narrow route or you can go a little wider. Bring your feet a little further out in front of you, so not necessarily super close. And once your feet are further forward, just kind of shift from side to side and scoot your sitting bones back behind you. So naturally the chest will pitch forward. And then come to center, take an inhale, lift the heart, and as you exhale, gently fold forward. You can, if you want, grab your other block and place it on top of the one between your feet. And as you let your head relax down, maybe the forehead rests on the block. You could adjust so that your head descends down. You could even let your head just rest in space. Now just trace your awareness up and down the length of your spine a few times. Pull the navel in toward the back body to imagine the curve of your spine kind of complete and equal. Most of us have a particular part of the spine that's easier to bend, that rounds a little bit more than another part of the spine. We're just going to look for the internal awareness to notice where that might be. I even like to think of kind of taking out some of the curve in the part that's easy to curve and moving that toward a place that's a little more difficult. Let your shoulders relax, your hands relax, maybe even your jaw relax as you exhale. And stay for 4 more breaths here. Notice if there's a place in the lungs that's difficult to move your breath, and notice where it's easy to move your breath. Just for really the practice of noticing. As you breathe in next, we'll slowly start to come back up to seated. So pull the navel and kind of slide the hands up the shins to the knees. And then sit up nice and tall here and let your shoulders relax back and down. Now take an inhale and reach through the crown of your head. As you exhale, just turn your gaze over one shoulder. Inhale, bring your head back to center, and exhale, turn the gaze the other way. So keep the shoulders squared forward, just the head moves. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, turn the chin over a shoulder. Inhale, the head comes forward. Exhale, go to the other side. Just do that one more time to each side. Inhale and exhale as you twist. Inhale the head back to center and exhale, twist the other way. Now inhale the head to center. As you exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift your gaze up. Exhale all the way to the sky as you drop the head back, throat open. Inhale again, look forward. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale again, look forward. Exhale, then gaze up, drop the throat open, head back. Good. One more time like that. Inhale up and exhale back. And then bring your head back to center on your inhale and exhale, pause. I'll have you remove the blocks from your feet and come on to the hands and the knees now.
So gently into all fours, and when you do get to all fours, if you'll turn your fingers to face back towards your knees, gently plant the palms of your hands to the earth, but give yourself some time to get the palms fully on the floor if need be. You might even rock a little of your weight from right to left, and then eventually start to shift your weight a bit forward and back. Stretch and breathe gently into your forearms, the palms of the hands, the wrists, the fingers, of course. And then the next time your shoulders shift back, just hold it there and start to peel the palm of your hand up and off the floor. And as you do, you'll sit your hips back over your heels. Eventually, the fingers will stretch, the hips will rest over the heels, and the hands can come up and off the floor. And as you lift your arms up parallel to the earth, wiggle your fingers around a little bit. If you need to support your body in kneeling, please do so. Then take an inhale, spread your fingers nice and wide, breathe into the chest. Exhale, tuck the thumbs in, wrap your fingers around your thumbs and squeeze. And do that again. Inhale, extend the fingers nice and wide. Breathe into the heart. Exhale, tuck thumbs in, squeeze. Do that one more time on your inhale. Spread the fingers. Exhale, thumbs in, squeeze. And then keep your fists and just rotate your wrists around in a circle. Try to keep your arms nice and straight, just the wrists rotating around. One way and then take them the other way. Shoulders draw onto the back as you stay connected to the core. Great, take another inhale. As you exhale, shake your hands out and lower them toward the floor. Come onto the knees and lift your arms to the sky. Inhale, reach up tall, and exhale your hands to your heart center. Release your hands, lift your arms to the sky. Inhale, stretch up. Now exhale to child's pose, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Arms can sweep around by the sides of the body. Inhale, come back up onto the knees, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale your hands to your heart center. Release the hands. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale as you fold. Hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. One more time, down to the knees. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Inhale the arms to the ceiling, reach up, lengthen the sides of the body, good, and then fold forward as you exhale. Now keep the arms by the sides of the body here and let your upper body relax towards the floor. Relax the shoulders, drop the head, scoop the tailbone under and kind of expand the breath in the lower back. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Inhale, slide the hands forward, come back onto all fours. Then exhale your knees together. Then reach the right leg back behind you on your inhale. And just pause for a moment. Point your toes towards the earth as you kick your heel back. You can stay right here, or if you like, extend your right arm forward. Your left arm forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, now just hold here, take an inhale, or if you like on your exhale, pull the elbow and knee in towards the chest. Round the back, inhale, extend the arm and leg. Exhale, pull the elbow and knee in. Great, one more time, just like that on your inhale. Exhale and pull in. Now inhale, reach forward and back as you exhale, set your left hand to the floor and bring your right foot out to the side. Turn your toes to face forward and align the arch of your right foot more or less with your left knee. Walk your hands forward on your inhale and exhale. Feel free to come down onto your elbows, or your blocks are there if you'd like to support underneath the forearms. Feel free here to rock the weight a little bit forward and back. Again, kind of stretching open the inner groins, inner thighs. And then you'll find a sweet spot and root down through the pinky toe side of your right foot and lift from the arch of your right foot, almost toning all the way through your right inner thigh, inner leg. As you exhale, let your heart soften towards the floor. You can gaze forward if that feels all right with your neck. Otherwise, just look down for the ground. Take an inhale as you fill your lungs, lengthening from hips to ribs, from ribs to armpits.
Going from armpits up kind of through the crown of the head and the upper body. Good, take one more inhale breath here and one more exhale. Inhale back up onto your hands, exhale and pause. Then reach the right leg behind you on your inhale and take it over to the left. Plant the ball of the right foot to the floor and reach through your left heel. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder and kind of shrug the right shoulder towards your ear. You can feel free to play with your right hip a little bit. Lift it up towards the sky or drop it down towards the ground. It's not a lot of movement here, so whatever you can find. Then hold, take an inhale and exhale, nice little lateral stretch here. Come back to center, inhale, extend the right leg, lift open the heart, and set your knee to the ground. Good, switch sides, left leg back on your inhale. You'll hold as the foot lifts away from the floor. Kick back through your heel, point your toes towards the ground. Extend the right arm forward now, inhale and exhale, pause, pull the belly button in. Take another inhale as you lengthen and then exhale, elbow and knee into the chest, round the spine. You can always just hold the arm and the leg if you like. Inhale, extend and exhale, pull in. Good, one more time like that. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale and pull everything in. Then inhale, extend, and on your exhale, set your right hand down, bring your left foot out to the side. Turn your toes to face forward and align the arch of your foot with your right knee. And then when you're ready, walk the hands forward, inhale and exhale, come down onto your elbows. Awesome. And then same thing here, you can shift the weight forward, back. Think of the pinky toe side of your left foot really rooting to the floor. A lift from the arch of the foot up through the inner thigh. And then you'll find a place to hold and concentrate on letting the heart soften down for the ground. You can gaze forward if you like, or just let your gaze come towards the earth. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Remember the space of the mind, right? Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Awesome. Inhale, come back up onto the hands. Exhale, pause. Reach the left leg back behind you on your inhale. Take it all the way over to the right side. Plant the ball foot to the floor. Push through your heel and gently gaze over your right shoulder to your foot. Shrug the left shoulder towards your ear and then kind of play with your left hip as it lifts up towards the sky or drops down towards the ground and then finds a balance point right between. Breath in and out. Come back to center on your inhale, extend the leg, lift, open the heart. Set your knee to the floor as you exhale and now a couple rounds, cat and cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale and round your back. Think of exaggerating this movement, right? Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, reach through the tailbone and the crown. Exhale and round the spine. Push the floor away. We'll do it one more time on your inhale, lift open the heart. As you exhale, round your back. Now inhale to neutral spine and exhale either into child's pose or you can lift your hips, curling your toes under for downward facing dog pose. So either one, child's pose or downward dog. And if you go into downward dog, of course, feel free to pedal out your legs a little bit, stretch one heel and then the other to the floor. If in child's pose, you can take the wider variation with your knees if you want, kind of snuggle the heart down towards the ground and lengthen the spine forward. And everybody take another inhale and one more exhale. Good. We're going to come to lay on the belly on the mat. So if in child's pose, you're just going to slide forward. If in downward dog, you come through plank and down onto the ground. Regardless, however you get there, when you do come to the floor, bring your arms by your sides and turn your head to one side. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your body relax onto the floor. Relax your shoulders. Feel the gentle beat of your heart.
as your breath pulses in and out. Turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. Again, just notice the body as it rests on the floor. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. And bring your head back to center and we'll come into Sphinx pose. So place your elbows to the earth under the shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide and root down through the palms of the hands. I even like to think of like rooting the inner wrists to the floor as my shoulders move back, kind of broaden the collarbones. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and then imagine the crown reaching towards the sky. The back of the head draws back, and the front of the chest opens, almost like you could pull your torso through your arms. Breathe in and out. Take another inhale as you lengthen through the crown, and on your exhale, gently drop your chin to your chest. Keep your collarbones broad here for an inhale and exhale. And then we'll take an inhale breath here. As you exhale, you're going to lift your gaze and bring your right heel in towards your hip. Bend your knee. Drop your gaze down, extend the right leg back. And as you exhale, lift the gaze up, pull now your left heel in. Flex your foot. Inhale, extend your leg, drop the chin towards your chest. Exhale again, lift the head, pull right heel in. Inhale, drop the head, extend the leg. Exhale, lift the gaze, pull left heel in. And then do it one more time on both sides. Think of flexing your foot so your heel draws in as you broaden the collarbones, kind of a little squeeze for the back of the body. Inhale and exhale, pull the heel in as the gaze lifts. Good. Then extend the leg and drop the chin again towards the chest. Keep the legs as they are as you lift your head up one more time. Then take an inhale as you lengthen, and on your exhale, lower the chest to the floor. Stack your hands and let your elbows go out to the side as your forehead rests on the tops of the palms, or tops of the hands. And then breathe. Take a big breath into the lower back and push the belly into the floor. As you exhale, exhale through your mouth. Relax your shoulders and your neck and your jaw. Take another inhale breath here. And another exhale. And then right where you are, I'm going to have you flip over onto your backs. So you're back onto the spine. And when you get there, please bend your knees. Place your feet to the floor underneath your knees. And gently sway the knees from side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your legs back to center and then lift the feet up and off the floor and bring your shins so they're parallel to the earth. Place your hands to the tops of your legs up by your knees and push your hands into your thighs. So you'll be on your thighs, just up by your knees. You're going to push your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands to lengthen the lower back beneath you. Yeah, good. Keep your feet active, but relax your shoulders and drive your navel in so your tailbone lengthens. Your low back draws towards the floor. Stay for just a couple more breaths. Again, pressing knees into hands and hands into knees. Take another inhale and another exhale. Good. One more breath in and then release and pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Open the arms out to the sides and drop your knees over to the right as you gaze to the left. Breathe in and breathe out. And we'll go back to the breath that we did at the very beginning of practice. At the top of your inhale, maybe a little pause. At the bottom of your exhale, maybe a little pause. Imagine the reach through your arms extending beyond the boundaries of skin. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Bring your knees gently back to center on your inhale. Exhale and pause. And take another breath in, and now we drop the knees to the left as you gaze to the right. Same thing, once you're settled in the pose, you can start to adjust your breathing such that maybe there's a pause at the top of inhale, a pause at the bottom of exhale. But no need to force that, right? Part of this is allowing ourselves to feel where energy naturally wants to go, or what the body naturally has happen, or makes happen. Let's do one more breath in, and one more breath out. Inhale, then bring your knees back to center. And as you exhale, you get a little pause here, kind of hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll extend the legs down onto the ground. Come into our final posture of Shavasana. So your bolsters are there. You're welcome, of course, to place behind the backs of the thighs, or to take the variation that you did when we began. Or, of course, any other variation that calls to you now. Settle in. Of course, you can use blankets over the abdomen to ease any anxiety, or just for extra weight to soothe the nervous system. You can place the blanket over the feet to aid in grounding, or, of course, over the whole body as you relax here. Mind relax. Your attention to the spaces between thought. Begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. Slowly and sweetly allow your breath to deepen. Gradually move your fingers and toes. Start to rotate the wrists and ankles. Eventually reach your arms up and over your head and stretch all the way from fingers to toes. Bring the knees in, give yourselves a great big hug. Take a moment to just extend some gratitude to yourself. Coming to your mat this afternoon for creating the time and space to be here. When you're ready, you can roll to the right or the left. In your own time, come up to a seated position. We'll just turn to face forward. We'll take a moment to seal up our practice. A moment to notice what has shifted. So back into Sukhasana, give yourself a chance to just scan through your physical body. Notice what's present in your physical form here and now. And just trace your awareness up and down the length of your spine a few times. Bring your hands back together at the center of your heart and take a moment to give thanks to the forces that help us to unfold in the best possible way, to the dedication in the heart, to the interconnectedness of all things, and to the way that we connect to the wisdom of our highest self, to our inner knowing. Take an inhale, bring your hands to the third eye center, honoring this place of the mind. Exhale and pause, and then take another deep breath in to fill up. Exhale the hands to the heart. And we'll seal with a chant of the air. As you exhale, we'll bow the chin in. Take a moment to honor the love and compassion that lies in your heart, the hearts of all beings, and teacher that guides our way. You know, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here this afternoon. Have a beautiful evening and a wonderful night ahead. We'll see you next time. Much love and blessings. Ah, good. Yeah. You guys learned the bowls today, right?
We did.
Fun, huh?
Yeah, super fun.
Oh, they're so cool.
Yeah, it's happening that you brought them out. I'm like, nice. Totally put me in the trance.
They're super transy.
Yeah.